This past Saturday, North Central's football team traveled to Decatur, handing Millikan University a 58-0 loss. We got reactions from the game in this week's What's the Word?
Our key this week was to stop Fanthorpe. He came out and threw, I think, 6 touchdown passes. And basically, we just needed to come together as a defensive back group. It was just a lot of mental mistakes that we had. So that's all basically that it was.
We've got a quarterback that's pretty good. So that allows us to do a lot of things. And Aaron has been a great player for us for 3 years now. It doesn't hurt when you got a running back like Dominic and I can't highlight those guys without talking about what a great job our offensive linemen did. Aaron had plenty of time to throw the football when we were throwing it, and then when we did get to the running game, they were opening up some good holes there in the second half. So they just did a fabulous job today. We're really happy with their performance.
Well, against their offense, you have to play good team defense because they can throw and run equally well, and we did not play good team defense, and obviously they took advantage of it. And we really got nothing going all day. Even when we had some of our starters in at the end, we got nothing going all day, and they beat us, and they deserved to beat us.
Well, last night when we had our little meeting, I talked for a little bit, and then Coach Thorne talked about it. He said one of the things he wanted our kids to stress about was that this would be a game of pressure. We needed to get pressure on number 9. We needed sacks, we needed hits, we needed hurries, and we needed interceptions, and we were able to come up with them.
They've really been focused. They've done a great job the last few weeks here. We're getting better, and that's kind of been the trademark of our team the last few years. As the season progresses, we've gotten better, and now the kids are playing hard, and I think they know what they're supposed to be doing a lot more than they did that first week. So I think we can keep getting better week after week. Certainly we'll find plenty of things in today's game that we can get better at.
Wide receiver Hank Johnston leads the Cardinals with 14 receptions and has accumulated 197 yards and 3 touchdowns so far this season. Hank, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Hank, talk about that game right there. You guys get on the board the first 2.5 minutes through the air, and then Aaron ends up throwing 5 more touchdown passes. Heading into that first drive, did something just open up for you guys? Did you know that the pass was there?
Yeah, well, we always ask for the ball off the kickoff. Offense always wants to set the tone. And we kind of knew throughout the week that they had a good run defense, and they were going to try to slow down Dominic, and because of that, they brought a lot in the box and opened up a lot of holes for Aaron to throw the ball and us to catch the ball and run. So we were pretty well prepared for that going into the game.
And you specifically had 2 touchdown receptions. I believe the second one was the longer of the 2, maybe like a 24-yard reception. How were you able to get such separation?
Well, we kind of looked at a lot of tape. We stressed a lot this week, and knowing the game plan, knowing the defense, where they're going to play and when they're going to play it. And we kind of just caught them in the wrong defense at the wrong time, and we were able to go over the top.
Do you see any similarities? Now, entering this game, Aaron shared the record for touchdown passes in a game with 5. He set that 2 years ago in the playoff game at Franklin. Were there any similarities as far as the passing game just clicking?
Yeah. Well, at that game, I think Steve Lavick had 4 touchdowns and stepped up as a freshman, but we were able to spread the ball around a little more this game, I feel. And it was a little drier, so we weren't slipping as much, and there's just a lot more holes, and Aaron was able to move around in the pocket and find us, and everything worked out really well.
I think last year as a junior, the wide receiver core was just very, very deep. You had a lot of wide receivers ahead of you. As the season went, guys just kept on getting injured and falling down, kind of propelled you to the top of that list. Now as a senior, you're right back there on the top. Kind of talk about that transformation period between the start of last season to where you are right now.
Well, yeah, a lot of people got hurt, and that's really not the way you want to move up, but they did go down, so people had to step up, and I was just fortunate enough to be in the situation where I was and able to step up. And this year, being a senior and kind of a leader of the wide receivers, I was kind of looking forward to stepping up like that again. And we have a lot of very good receivers. Steve Lavick he was all conference last year, and 2 new guys, Nick Hicks and Joe Antonacci, came in from the other side of the ball to play receiver, and they're doing really well. And a couple of young guys, Jack Schroeder, Manny Juarez, and Jordan McGaw are all stepping up. So we're pretty deep again this year. We got the ability to spread the ball around, so they can't really key on any one guy.
I think it's been pretty evident this year. You are very good in open field. You're able to juke and make guys miss and get the extra yards. Is that instinct, or is that something you work on?
A little bit of both. I've never been the biggest guy in the field, so I kind of got to avoid those big hits so I can keep playing. But yeah, it's a little bit of instinct more than working on it.
Lastly, you were in a movie. Okay, this is a while back, but you played in Dennis the Menace. You were Gunther. Is that something you want to pursue in the future? Do you want to be in more movies?
I haven't really thought about it. That was a really long time ago, and I kind of put it in the back seat of sports actually. But now that the sports career and school is coming to an end, it might be something in the back of my mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Joe Schneiderbauer led the team with 11 tackles versus Milliken in his first start as a linebacker for the Cardinals. Joe, you move from safety, you get in the box, you're in there with a bunch of the big boys. What was that first experience like?
It was a blast. I played linebacker in high school, so it's kind of nice getting back to stopping the run instead of having to bail out and cover the pass all the time.
Were you surprised by the end of the game that you led the team with 11 tackles?
Actually, yeah, I was. But Coach Winkie before the game said, don't worry about making mistakes. Just go in there, fly to the ball, and wrap them up.
You know, talk about linebacker. Does your style of play fit a linebacker, or do you think you're better suited for safety?
I think I like playing linebacker, and I think that's where I fit in, minus my size. I think I'm the smallest one in NCAA history, but I don't know. I like flying to the ball and reading the play as it develops instead of having to go with rules like you do at safety.
Right. Well, one of the reasons you're at the position you're at is because Matt Wanger went down in week 1. Now Matt is coaching the linebackers, and he's really in your ear, it seems like, all the time at practice. What have you learned playing the linebacker position with Wanger as a mentor?
Just like how plays develop at the college level. Everything's so much faster. He says just trust your ability to find the ball. And a lot of teams run inside-outside zone, and they open up, and you just have to fly to it once you see it, and that's what Matt's teaching me to see.
Joe, your freshman year, you made All-CCIW as a special team specialist, kick returner and punt returner. You also made the second team All-North Region team. Is that something you miss, contributing on special teams?
I miss it a lot, yeah, but playing linebacker now, getting that game under my belt, it was a lot of fun, and if I had to choose, I think I would have to say linebacker.
You'd stick with linebacker?
Yeah.
Now, if the team needed you and it was, games on the line or something like that, of course you'd volunteer.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Look a little funny with the cowboy collar, but...
A little bit. Well, North Central opened up conference play in a big way last week, and here's your plays of the week. Coach, we talked about it earlier, Joe Antonacci, 68-yard touchdown reception. There was that pump fake there on the post, got him wide open.
Yeah, and we caught a post pass.
Coach, Charles Stewart got his first start at cornerback in this game, and he came up with a big pick. That's Andy Dicken, the new quarterback. He's about to throw a touchdown.
Mm-hmm. He made a great break on that one because that saved our shutout.
Nick Koo, coach, it looks like he was bottled in the corner there. He reverses direction, goes all the way across field, and really gets a lot of separation between himself and the rest of the defenders.
He's very, very fast, and we're looking forward to what he'll do the next 4 years.
Absolutely. Now, Coach, you're a defensive coach now that you coach the defensive line. What's the move been like with Joe? I know it's been 1 week at linebacker, but positive?
With Jumpin' Joe over there, it's great. He brings a lot of enthusiasm to the front seven, which is always good. And he loves flying to the football. And at safety, sometimes you're flying to the football and you make a mistake. Here, you're down low. It's never a mistake. You need to get people that are really flying, and he found the ball over and over and over, had a great game. We were really happy with it, and we're looking for some even better games down the road.
Coach, I know we talked about it last year with Joe Szynski. Hank feels like another one of those players that really fits that mold, sticking around the program and really shining in junior and senior years. Another special characteristic, I know we talked about it in the past for football players. Any other guys on the team that we can look forward to maybe some of those performances?
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of guys that are going to just keep getting better and better and better each week, and Hank actually played a lot even as a freshman and sophomore, and he's had some shoulder problems that he's had to deal with that have been hard, but we're not at all. We knew he was going to make great plays every year, but this is going to be his best year by far, and some of his buddies are going to pop up and make some great plays too here real soon.
Hank, you're 4 years in the program, playing for offensive coordinator Jeff Thorne, a very decorated offensive coordinator. I mean, the North Central College offense is just getting better and better every single year and getting awards and accolades back and forth. What's it been like playing in this offense and for Coach Jeff Thorne?
It's fun. This is a fun offense that I've always wanted to be around. In high school, we were more of a run first. We're still a run first here, but we're spreading it around. We throw the ball a lot more, and yeah, our offensive coach do a really good job getting us prepared and we've been putting a lot of points on the board, so they're doing what they need to do.
Joe, you just got transferred over from safety, but at practice, when it was ones and ones, number one defense versus the number one offense, what's it like going against this offense, trying to defend it?
I like it a lot just because they push you to be the best you can be. But, I mean, I think they're number 3 in the nation as an offense, and, I mean, it's only going to make us better going against them. And Hank over here makes us look funny when we're trying to guard him on pass routes.
Well, Joe, Hank, thanks for joining us, and stay tuned for more with Coach John Thorne. We'll be right back.